Whereas the Nueces County Republican Party supports the record and progress of our fine state of Texas in economic development, fiscal responsibility, less Washington control, and improved border security. Now therefore be it resolved that the Nueces County Republican Party Executive Committee supports and endorses Governor Rick Perry and Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst for re-election in the 2010 November general election.
Second.
There's a resolution and a second on the floor. Is there any discussion? All right. All in favor of the resolution as stated, say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right. Thank you, Mr. Alton. Mr. Sharp?
I got a couple of pieces of new business. One question that, as I've been going around my precinct, and this one is a number of them have complained about the not knowing where the voting location was. And when I'm requesting some assistance, I don't know from who, so that I can get the voting locations printed or on something other than just a sheet of paper, so that way I can hand out to my voters in my precinct so that they will know without a question where their voting location is going to be.
I think you're saying that people won't necessarily look on a computer to find the voting location, and they're more apt to go if you stick it in their nose?
Well, to some degree that might very well be the case. But the issue is it's moved a number of times, and the primary location isn't it where the general election location is.
Right.
And because there's actually a funny story behind this. I think you all should, if you don't mind. The voting location used to be for the longest time at the Most Precious Blood Catholic Church, and I was holding a primary there, and the pastor there came by and said they kicked out the Democrats because of their stand on an abortion, and so that's how we lost the voting location. So there is some reason, rationale behind that, and it's moved around a number of locations. And I think we can now have a permanent location, but I want to make sure that everybody knows.
I'm sure there'll be a...
It's at Tabernacle of Praise. I know the pastor there, and he has assured me that he plans to keep it there.
He's not going to kick out the Democrats.
No. So I just wanted to make sure that... Okay.
And I think what you're saying is that would be a good subject for one of the committees that you have volunteered to be on, correct?
That's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
You bring ideas, put them into action, right?
I don't have a problem. I can set this up. And the other one, this is more a question of a committee. Does another voter had given me a lot of questions related to city business, and I didn't know anything about city business, and so I didn't know where to turn. So is there anybody either on this executive committee or that could meet with me afterwards? And
I have a suggestion. Find out who the city councilman is for that area, your phone number, and give him that number.
well, I didn't know where to get it. I had no idea.
You can call City Hall.
City Secretary. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Sharp. Is there any more new business? Mr. Nye?
I'd like to address the question about polling places. The election code charges the Nueces County Clerk with the responsibility for securing polling locations in all voting precincts. It also requires the county clerk's office to post those polling locations in a visible public place, which is on the bulletin board outside of the courthouse. Our website which was designed by one of our precinct chairmen, I understand, is outstanding, and it would be an excellent place for us to list all the polling places.
I think they may be on there. John, stand up.
It's linked to what the Nueces County has right now. Until they update it, it still says for the last time.
This is the gentleman responsible for our county website. Awesome going there.
Are you referring to general? What about Republican primaries? Polling spots for Republican primaries?
In the Republican primary and the Democratic primary, the county parties are responsible for securing their polling locations.
Which is the difference, which was sometimes you can lose them, you don't have them, you have to double up because we're responsible.
Now, once we have secured those locations, they have to be submitted to the county clerk's office.
Yes.
Any more new business? I have one request for public comment. Mary?
I just had to take a couple minutes. I volunteered to help Ron McLean as vice chair. And you know, I'm really disappointed in a number of you who have called me vicious names and all of those kinds of things, because one of the things in the platform of the Republican Party that has been there since I became a Republican 50 years ago is Christianity and Christian values. And I say to those of you who have lashed out and who cannot work together, this party will fail. This party is very bad condition when you have to resort to that kind of thing. And it doesn't bother me personally, because I know where I am with my Lord. And I hope that the rest of you can say a silent prayer and get yourself together. And all of these committees you've established now, I hope you stand in line to help Ron McLean, because after all, he won nearly a 3-to-1 vote. So that tells me that a lot of Republicans in Nueces County want to change, and so now let's support him and help him in every way possible we can. You all have skills, you all have knowledge, you all know people that the rest of us don't know. So let's get out the vote, because redistricting is right up around the corner. And if we don't get out the vote, then it won't make any difference whether Mary Turney is here or in the grave. So, you know, have fun beating me up, because I don't give a damn. And help this party and its candidate. It's not about me. I'm long since putting myself on the ballot, but I did twice and I won both times. So.
I think the biggest question was you're supporting Juan Garcia, a Democrat, and I think that's the biggest question anybody's had against
I knew Juan Garcia for 14 years. I saw him grow up. And I supported him at the same time that I raised the money for Sheriff Jim Penn.
That still didn't help Todd. That's not the point.
Well, that may not be your point, but that was my point, and we also have freedom.
True.
Do we have freedom? Do we have freedom? And a whole bunch of other people voted for Juan Garcia. Okay? But I couldn't vote for Todd because I didn't live in the district.
I have a question, since you brought it up. I've never heard anyone badmouth. The only thing I heard is you supported openly Juan Garcia, Mr. Seaman, and Mr. Hunter both. Now, my question
I didn't even live in Mr. Hunter's district.
you don't have to support someone. But my question to you is, can we count on you for your support on all our Republican candidates now?
You bet.
Thank you, man. That's all I want to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why do you apologize? Because I called you the worst name of all, Democrat.
Why do I apologize?
No, I've apologized to you for calling you a dicky name, a Democrat.
And you also accused me of something else that you had in your back.
Oh, Attorney Juan Garcia.
Say something that...
Are there any announcements?
Yeah.
Is there a motion to adjourn? Second, all